Hey there, Sidewalk Surfers. I know it's been a while since I last made a video, and I'll probably get to doing a proper vlog update on everything that's been going on. And you know how life is, it comes at you fast, and sometimes while you're passed out on the couch, it takes an indelible marker and leaves a little shank on your forehead, and you go into a meeting one day and you don't realize you've got a shank on your forehead and everybody's laughing at you and you're not in on the joke. So what's going on? That's a little too specific. Anyway, today I had something a little different in mind, something just for funsies. If you're anything like me, you're a little obsessed with skateboarding, and that doesn't just mean riding a skateboard. It actually extends to consuming skateboarding content. I'm talking watching events, contests, videos, movies, playing video games, all that fun stuff. There's a ton out there. And being that I'm, old, I tend to enjoy content from further in the past. I stumbled across a real gem when I went looking for some old stuff. This is something like, your teacher would have wheeled in this giant, like an old movie projector, load up the, actual film. And if I have to explain it, then I'm talking to the wrong audience, but you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Someone took one of these old safety films. It's from Pyramid Films in 1976. It's called Skateboard Safety, and we're gonna watch it, and I'm gonna provide some commentary. If you want to watch the original, the link will be there. I'm sure a lot of you are gonna find this a real trip down memory lane, while everyone else is just gonna be confused and possibly even disturbed by what you're about to see. Here goes. Yeah, we start off with this trippy Moog synth intro. Filmed by John McDonald. Don't know what he's doing these days. And then we get a pair of bare feet that are about to mount a skateboard with what appear to be, it looks like polyurethane wheels, which were still pretty new at the time. I'm not sure how long clay lasted exactly. I could look all this stuff up, and I'm just not going to. But polyurethane wheels were a game changer back in the day, especially if you were coming from metal and clay wheels that didn't have a lot of grip. They were very heavy, they were very hard. Polyurethane, again, really just changed the game. This kid is ripping. I love the extension, his arm placement. It's certainly a surf-inspired stance. Things are looking good, and then the music changes. We get some speed wobbles, and oh my god, this nightmare takes place. This kid literally launches into the air, and just the definition of tits over tea kettle, wasted. He's gone. That's it. We never see him again. That's the end. Get the meat wagon, boys. We got another skateboarding fatality. Haul him away. Skateboard safety. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of skateboarding safety.
It's exciting and thrilling, and it's the best sport around.
So we get a couple of these quick soundbitey interviews with kids talking about why they like skateboarding. Why do they like skateboarding? Why do kids like skateboarding? It's a freaking mystery.
And really expressing when there's no way.
I like skateboarding because you get to meet other people.
Because there's nothing else to do. I like skateboards because it has a lot of action to it.
Because I like to skateboard because it's fun.
It's, they give the usual. It's like surfing on dry land, or like when the waves are flat and you can just cruise down the sidewalk and hang 10 and groovy, dude. Then we meet Jeff Campbell.
Skateboarding is a sport, and like many sports, it requires a certain degree of skill, experience, and training.
Well, he pops up out of nowhere just to tell us that skateboarding is a sport and it requires skill, experience, and training, which I'm not going to argue with, obviously. And then immediately following Jeff Campbell, we get a montage of carnage, bandaged knees, elbows, scraped up skin. Ow! You might want to look away for this one. Brutality.
Injuries can be avoided. First of all, protective clothing should be worn by...
Now, so Jeff goes on, he talks about skateboarding equipment and safety stuff, and apparently stitching some of your mom's pot holders to the back of your jeans, that's what counts as safety equipment in the 70s. That's some real strong rub some dirt on it vibes right there. Some walk it off, it builds character. Gen X growing up experiences that we're all very familiar with. This is the kind of stuff that I swear to God, when I watch movies like Bad News Bears, it's not a movie, it's a documentary. That's what it really was like.
You may think that wearing all of this protective clothing is going a bit too far, but when you do have a fall, wearing protective clothing will greatly reduce injuries.
So Jeff follows up with an analogy about playing football without proper equipment, and then has the world's fittest Weird Al impersonator instruct everyone on how to push Mongo.
Place one foot on the board, whichever foot feels most comfortable. While leaning with your weight slightly forward, push off with the other foot. Stride in a smooth, rhythmical manner, making sure that your push foot does not go beyond the front of the board. Your shoulders are held perpendicular to the forward direction of the board.
Apparently that was not a sin back then, it was perfectly acceptable.
Turning in skateboarding is much the same as in surfing. Your weight is shifted from side to side, causing the board to turn. The knees bend in coordination with the hips to place your weight on different sides of the board.
We then get a fine example of surf carving and slaloming before... Oh God! Not again! Montage of death! Montage of death! Ow. Okay, you know what? I give up. I don't want to skateboard anymore. Look at this poor kid. Look at the shock and awe on his face. That's terrifying. It's not worth the risk, kids. Don't skateboard. It's terrible. Don't do it. Oh my God.
I was skateboarding and I was doing a trick that I really shouldn't have been doing yet until I had a little bit of practice and knowing how to fall, but I'll have to wear this for about a month because I didn't have the practice.
I think basically as far as safety, what you should do, if you're a parent, you should get your son or daughter into a judo or gymnastics class. Teach them proper techniques of falling, rolling, tumbling, anything that's going to teach the child on how to break their fall.
Let me get this guy. His name is Russ Howell, and I looked him up because I'm not sure what he did back in the day. Apparently, he's still alive and kicking. He lives in Boise, Idaho. That's what I get him from the internet. He's a member of the Thrasher Hall of Fame. He had his own line of skateboard wheels for his freestyle boards. He rode for Grentech before falling out with them. Stacy Peralta, legend, recalled that he was one of the only skaters that was getting paid in 1975. And Skateboarder magazine described him as a model competitor who has done more than anyone to promote the credibility of skateboarding by taking it into the dance art form stage. This is what I'm getting from Wikipedia. So Hal insists that despite everything he did, he was a physical education major who simply wanted to integrate skateboarding into public school athletics and get it into a place where the International Olympic Committee would consider a sport. Well, as of the last Olympic Games and coming up this year, skateboarding is, in fact, an Olympic sport. So there you go. Russ is elite. Congratulations.
The popularity of skateboarding has created a number of problems for the community. Therefore, skateboard safety training has become an important addition to our existing safety programs.
I can't figure out who this guy reminds me of. Is he a grown-up Scott Farkas? Or maybe Biff Tannen? He's definitely given someone a swirly at some point.
One of the main problems is establishing places that are safe.
Watch this slow-mo shot. This is such an epic shot.
That skateboards do not interfere with traffic on the sidewalk or in the streets.
Oh no! A wild Karen has appeared. That ominous synth line, that bass line, it's like right out of like Andromeda Strain. Drama and ominous terror. What's about to happen is, look away kids, look away. Look out grandma, groceries, carnage, death. Young Tony Hawk claims another victim. Rest in peace, Karen.
Skateboards are not designed to be ridden in the street. You cannot easily stop a skateboard when something unexpected happens.
Oh my God. Oh, there's that music again. What terrible thing is about to happen? Bitchin' Camaro! Bitchin' Camaro! Or Pontiac, I don't know cars, but damn, this kid slams hard. Ooh, he is definitely dead after this. This educational film is even more violent than an episode of Speed Racer. All we need is like flames, couple of rolling cars down the hill, and this would be an episode of Chips for sure.
Oh, skateboarding's dangerous if you don't know how you do.
Oh boy, it's the Doublemint twins. Come and play with us, Danny. Come and play with us.
It is dangerous if you do it wrong. You shouldn't shoot hills and and travel in heavily traveled areas.
Skateboarding dangerous? I don't really think so. No. I think it's really dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
I love this last interview montage with these girls, where each one of these clips, their arguments all boil down to, no, skateboarding isn't dangerous. You're just stupid and you suck at it. And if you don't know what you're doing, then you're going to get hurt, you stupid idiot. Yeah, well, tell that to the Kittner kid, you know. He just got obliterated by a road shark in that last clip, just right before that. See what's left of him, okay? Now you come back and tell me that skateboarding isn't dangerous. Tell that to Dick Graham, the runner-up of the John Aston Gomez Adams lookalike contest.
The Pro-Am Skateboard Racing Association was actually founded to promote safety in the sport of skateboarding. And we make sure that all the kids wear safety helmets to protect them. And we run all the boards through a technical inspection and make sure that the equipment has passed certain requirements for safe running.
I don't have anything to say about this except that I had to watch it a couple times to make sure I wasn't seeing what I thought I was seeing. Now we're back with Russ for some sweet-ass freestyle to provide eye bleach after all of that carnage and darkness that we had to witness. Just to remind us that, you know, skateboarding is fun. You know, it's not all about grisly injuries and being ground into road pizza. Sometimes it's about dancing and doing handstands and just hanging out with your friends, running people over on the street. Honestly, watching this part, I think like we should bring this back. You know, whatever this is, whatever you want to call this longboard dancing style of whatever. Let's bring it back. Let's do it again. It should be in the Olympics. We should have people just pirouetting and spinning around and everybody pogo on their skateboards. I think it'll be a hit. We come back to Jan and Dean with their hit song Sidewalk Surfing, which was actually partially written by Brian Wilson, or was one of their first big hits. You'll know the tune as soon as you hear it, but the words are a little different, and that's just how it was back then. Back then you just changed a few words and you had a whole new song. And then there's not much to say about the rest of this film, except that skateboarding is rad. And they do a great job of making it look fun, despite trying to scare us straight. You get a fantastic montage of a group of people doing just rad shit on skateboards, including there's a dude with a lawnmower-powered skateboard. That, back in the day, I wish I would have had one of those. You know, today it's lithium-ion batteries and electric motors, but back then you knew you were king cool if you had a lawnmower-powered skateboard. And then we see some parasailing skateboarders, which again, just that looks really cool. Some more surf and freestyle skating, some slalom, etc. So all the different ways to skate, all the different ways to have a great time on a skateboard. This film, as educational as it is also inspiring. It makes me want to skate, and it makes me remember why I enjoy skateboarding. And one of the things I like about this film is that it doesn't get overly preachy. It doesn't condemn. There was a lot of that in the 50s, a very strict mentality. You know, bottom line, the overall message is know what you're doing, and if you don't know what you're doing, get somebody who can teach you, and if you can't find somebody who teach you, just know your limits, push a little bit further every day, but don't automatically thinking you're going to jump down a 13 stair, or don't try to do something that's going to get you seriously hurt or screwed up, because you're going to want to do this for a long time. It's a lot of fun, and if you hurt yourself and abuse yourself to a point where you can't do those things anymore, you're going to be real sorry about it when you're older, believe me. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you liked this. If you did, let me know down in the comments. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, leave me a comment. What do you think about this video, this film? If you're Russ, say hi. Hi Russ, how's it going? How do you feel about the Olympics now that we actually have skateboarding in the Olympics? That's kind of a cool topic. I think we could talk about that someday. It's really great to see how skateboarding has evolved. We saw kids, they went from literally roller skates nailed to a plank of wood to polyurethane wheels, proper trucks, plastic, wood, and I think it's great that we can pick and choose from different eras. I can say, I like the way people did boards in the 80s, or I like the way people did boards in the 90s, or maybe I can incorporate some of those old tricks into modern tricks and do crazy combinations of things that no one's ever seen before, or things that no one has seen in so long that they forgot they existed. Stuff like that. That's it for me today. Have a great one.